give another hand to him. I don't know. Give another hand to Alden. See, I'm just going to talk about him, really. Because he's lazy. He's lazy, but like in a backwards way. He puts he puts empty boxes of food back in the shelves and leaves full boxes out. So like I think there's a whole bunch of groceries on the shelf, and I say, hey, there's some Cheez-Its. Empty. And on the table, a half-eaten salami. Dirty dishes in the cabinet, clean dishes in the sink. He only wears dirty underwear because he doesn't, it's true, because he doesn't want to open the drawer to pull out the clean ones. He can work 14 controls on his PlayStation, eat Twinkies, and text it simultaneously, but he can't figure out how to put socks away. Now, believe it or not, before you ask, he doesn't smoke pot. I wish he did, because then there'd be a reason for this. And the trick to being a father is making sure your kids think, or tricking your kids into thinking that you're tougher than you actually are. The way you do it, cheat. Like if we're playing basketball and he's winning, fake a heart attack. I mean, the riding ambulance is embarrassing, but next time he won't go so hard in the pain. And if we're in a fist fight, I just say, son, you're my son, I don't feel like fighting. And as soon as he drops his hands, bam! I thought you didn't feel like fighting. I didn't feel like fighting, I felt like hitting you. Yeah, and I'm not really worried that much. At this point, I've laid down enough emotional scarring that I'd still win at anything. So he came home from school and he says, I got a 95% on my test. And I said, pretty good, son, on a test, but on some things not so good. He goes, well, yeah, like what? I said, well, I don't know, skydiving. Shooting an arrow off, or an apple off somebody's head with an arrow. Or maybe driving. You can't drive 95% of the time right, 5% of the time with your eyes closed. That would be a problem, right? And my dad was like an 80% driver before I realized I had to take the keys to the car away. I should have caught that sooner. I should have caught that before I got a letter from the government saying that he'd been missing court dates for 3 years. Yeah, he'd been driving on the wrong side of the road and forgetting to wear his pants. So I'd been aiding and abetting the 90-year-old fugitive. Yeah, but it was easy to take his car keys away. I just didn't tell him. Hey, where's my car keys? I don't know, Dad. Let me help you find them. And about 5 minutes later, hey, look, Matlock's on. And my dad had a birthday party, and this was the point I realized that people 85 and up, sorry if anybody in this room is this age, but 85 and up, it's probably true, introduce themselves by their ailments. You might know somebody like this, but hi, I'm Fred. I just had open heart surgery, and this is my wife Betty. She just had a double mastectomy. They really do this. I'm Sally. I had type 2 diabetes. And this is Bob. He just had a mole cut out of his anus. I'm Joe, and I have Alzheimer's. I'm Joe, and I have Alzheimer's. Look it up. And this is how they make conversation. So, I was kind of feeling left out at this birthday party, so I said, well, I'm Greg, and I'm a little bit nearsighted. And then they got all macho and mad at me. What? Try having 5 kidney stones. Hey, Phil, this kid thinks he's got problems. Show him where they removed your testicle. No, I'm good. You think you got it bad, Sonny? Try eating sugar-free Jell-O and cottage cheese every day because you've got no teeth. Or waking up every 30 minutes to pee. Or forgetting to wake up every 30 minutes to pee. Screw you, Junior. So, my dad, I'm 52, and I gotta tell you, I'm actually kind of getting excited about assisted living. And when my dad was there were 20 women for every guy. Hallelujah! with a lady there, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Be careful. There are 20 women for every guy. But these women were vultures, though. My dad would complain all the time about them wanting to have their way with him. And that's more than I wanted to know about. And I was there one time when one of them was giving him a hard time. And he finally got mad, and he said, "Look, I can't do anything. I had my prostate out 15 years ago." And she looked him right in the eye and said, "Yeah, but your tongue still works, doesn't it?" All right, well, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Up next, you're going to really love him. Good friend of mine. Give a big hand to Travis Miner.